Let's start up the Dagger of Amon and figure out where we left off. Oh my gosh!
I'm going to sleep now. Can't sleep all day tomorrow. Need to clean my apartment before friends come over for a whiskey tasting. D have fun with Laura.
Ooh.
Try not to murder her all the time. Good night everyone. Merlin Foxy Cheer 42.
Pop, thank you so much for the 42 bits. I love that you cheer 42 bits, like the answer to life, the universe, and everything. I love that. That's so awesome. And I hope you have a good sleep. And yeah, you definitely can't sleep all day tomorrow if you have all of this stuff happening. A whiskey tasting sounds fun, so I hope you have a good day tomorrow as well. And I will try very hard not to murder Laura constantly. Thank you so much for stopping by, Pop. I love you. Good night. There's a rum bar that's like 20 minutes away from you, Rhodey, huh? You took a friend and had to try a lot of their rums. It was a great afternoon. It sounds fun. Like I would love to go to like a whiskey taste. Not a whiskey tasting necessarily, because I'm not a huge whiskey drinker. But I'd love to go to like rum, tequila, vodka. Those are my three go-to liquors, typically. I'm also not, like, I like brandy a lot, too, honestly. I like, I'm sure there's some whiskey out there that I'd probably like. I'm sure. I just haven't found it yet. Because there's so many of them. So... we were at the beginning of Act 4. There's no music. What were we doing?
My Ernie, he was a wonderful man. I really loved him.
Oh, sure you did. I know your type, Yvette. I know you didn't
love
really
everyone.
love him.
But I did. Ernie was the first man I've ever really loved. I was even trying to find work for him so he could make the extra money.
No
Why
problem,
did he
Rudy.
need extra money? He had a good job here, didn't he?
It was the gambling. The ice pick.
Gambling?
He killed my Ernie for the gambling debts.
Ernie wasn't killed with an ice pick.
No.
No,
He wasn't.
the ice pick is the... how do you say it? The lone fish.
Lone fish?
The loan shark.
Oh, you mean ice pick is the name of a loan shark?
Yep.
Oui, the ice pick is an evil man.
The
You're
ice
sure
pick.
he's the one who killed Ernie?
My Ernie, he was worried about the ice pick. He told me about him this
The
evening.
ice pick.
Very curious. I'm surprised you had time to see Ernie tonight.
Why is that?
Because
We
you've
saw-
been spending so much time with Mr. Dorian.
What?
Oh, you mean the Steve?
No.
He's the attractive man, but
She
we are
was
only
with
the friends,
the
no?
detective
But
for a
my
while.
Ernie, what will I do without him?
I can see you're upset. I'll leave you alone.
Oh my gosh, this is like conversation time, I guess.
Steve! Mr. Dorian.
Miss Bow.
Thank you for showing me your scars, Steve. They were very, very nice.
She loves scars, so... oh. She's weird. She's like the weirdest lady in
Haven't
this game.
seen you in a while, Mr. Dorian.
They're all suspects, though.
Women keep carrying me off.
Carrying you off?
Yeah. First, Miss Delacroix pulled me away from the party to show me the old Masters Gallery. Then there was Dr. Miklos. She's been pestering me about my scars ever since she found out I worked on the docks. Weird lady.
You don't seem too upset by all the attention.
Well, I would rather have spent the time with you.
Aww.
I think a big,
he
strong
loves
man
me.
like you would have been able to get away from them if you wanted to do so.
Well, I hate to be rude, and I did end up finding you here.
Have you heard about the murders?
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 Oh,
What murders?
I guess somebody did mention that.
You seem kind of distracted.
Yeah, well, I've got news for you, too. I think some of the paintings in the Old Masters Gallery are forgeries. The paint is still wet on some of them.
Yes, well, I hardly think that...
This is interesting.
Oh, Steve, a terrible thing has happened. Ernie is dead.
Ernie?
The janitor.
Yes, my Ernie. What will I do? Oh, I need a big man to cry on. Please, come into my office.
Oh my gosh. She is
Sorry,
something.
Miss Bo. The poor woman seems very upset. Maybe there's something I can do for her.
Why are you falling
I
for
can
this?
just guess what that is.
We can talk more later, okay?
Steve, don't fall for it. No, don't fall for it.
We'll see about that.
Nate, how are you doing? I'm doing good.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
I'm doing good. We gotta listen in. We gotta find out what they're talking about.
Ooh la la.
How does that feel?
It is magnifique. Mmm.
I'm not rubbing too hard, am I?
The harder the better, mon ami.
Well, we all get a little stiff now and then.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, and you are so good at working out the kinks. Mmm.
Would you mind not moaning so loud? You might draw attention.
Ooh, I cannot be helping it. You are so big and so strong. Mmm.
Oh my.
Why did we go in there? I didn't say to go in there. Laura, what are you doing?
Oh, dear.
Miss Bo,
Sacré bleu.
I can explain this.
I bet you can, Mr. Dorian.
I'm just rubbing her neck.
Oui, and he does it so well.
I'll just leave you two alone.
Miss Bo, wait.
You don't hear anything.
Nothing. I've lost Steve Dorian to Yvette, huh? Because she puts out. I mean, that's legitimate. Truthfully. Truthfully. Can we ask him something, like, maybe new? I don't know if we have anything new. We could ask him about the dagger, I suppose. Or we could ask him about the Ankh. That's his Ankh, isn't it?
You already asked me that, you silly female.
Well, I am sorry. I thought I didn't. Steve Dorian won't be getting any of Laura now. No, he will not. Oh, this game. Let's ask him about the dagger.
Ah, the dagger. Such a great loss.
We
to my
actually have
country.
it.
First to have it stolen from the temple, then from Egypt, and now this. When will it end? When will it return to its rightful place?
Should I give it to him?
While this is an interesting approach, it serves no practical purpose.
Here, put it back.
While the
Put it back. That cheating stevedore. I love that we consider that he was basically cheating on us, even though, you know, We weren't officially dating at all. What are they doing? Are they just gonna stand here? Okay. You do you, you guys. What's
This
that?
is the office of Dr. Olympia Miklos.
Yeah, I know, but I thought this was like this.
The cage is meant to hold Barney, Olympia's Egyptian cobra.
Titanic Gamer, hey! What's up? We're playing this retro game. How are you? How you doing? We're doing good.
Don't touch.
I wonder if we can, like, lasso the snake with the snake lasso.
While this is an interesting approach, it serves no practical
Do you have
purpose.
TTS?
I do. Text to speech. Don't abuse it or I'll turn it off, though. Or I'll make it so that, you know, you have to donate more to get it to actually work. Like, I know people who've had it abused before, but I'm not one of those people, so I just have it on. But if it does start getting abused, I will.
I have a Magnum.
I can turn it off. I can also, time out, too.
While this is an interesting approach, it serves no practical purpose.
I don't know what we would need to do with this. What is she doing here? It's like she's like watching us to make sure we don't do something. I don't know what she's doing.
I bore rather easily, dear girl.
Oh, we already
Do
talked to
let's
her
move on
about
another
everything,
subject.
probably. The Sword of Damocles is powerful. Indeed, Nate. You know what to do. Uncle Vacuum! Thank you for the host, and hello! I'm done with my pizza now, so I'm not gonna be eating you in your ear anymore. I want pizza. I know, it's so good. I'm happy about the pizza, but I'm done. I do probably need to get a refill on my water, though, but that can wait for a little bit. Maybe she can tell me about the, garter?
Proper young ladies do not talk of such things, Miss Bow.
I got the horses in the back. Horse tack is attached. Hat is matte black. Got the boots that's black to match.
You won't be eating anything, Nate? You got a gift card from a food bank today for $15 at Little Caesars. So guess what's for dinner? Pizza! Yay, pizza! Yeah, I think that's pretty clear that I need to turn that off. 1 second. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There. Done! Yeah, it's set to a higher bit amount now. I changed it to 10 bits at minimum to read. Done! You don't have any Little Caesars anymore? That's a bummer, Nate. That's a super bummer. What, Uncle Vacuum? What is up? Yeah, I warned you, Titanic Gamer. I did warn you about abusing it. I never needed to turn it off until now, so there you go. That's not all you did, Titanic Gamer. That is not all you did, and you know it. You're now less than $150 away from getting a Switch? That's awesome, Uncle Vacuum! That is awesome. I am excited for you. I love my Switch. I don't play it very much, but I do it a lot when I'm like on the road or when I'm like traveling. That's super good news. You're excited to get one? Yeah, you had to sell yours earlier. I thought I remembered you having one before. But that's good that you're gonna get it back. You're gonna get one back. I don't know, well, maybe we had to do this first before we can use the snake lasso. I don't know if we need, I don't know why we would need to get him out, actually. Now that I think about it, let's not mess around with the snake until we know what we need to have the snake for. You have to have a tire replaced because some fuckwit decided to put a dozen screws in it because he was pissed I parked on the public road in front of his house. What? That sucks. Like, I'd be so angry. Can we get... We can't get the ferret?
What?
With the snake lasso? Titanic Gamer. I don't know what to tell you. I did warn you. You used it 3 times, one of which was questionable. So, yeah. And continuously playing like whatever you want is not what I'm about, so... The start of the year, I had a PS4 Pro, a Switch, 2 Xbox Ones, a smartwatch, and a bunch of tools. Now you don't have any. Aww. Aww. The cops weren't pleased either when they came out. Wow. He didn't realize you had a camera on your dash and it was recording. You could clearly see him with the screws and a hammer move. Oh my gosh. Well, at least you got the evidence, Nate. Are they charging him with it? Like, with any- they should be. They should have to pay for it. Yeah, that's definitely a they should have to pay for it thing. There's gotta be something in here I can do. Just a misdemeanor? They should still have to pay for it. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. What the heck? Oh wait, no, don't!
Get no response.
What a suspicious looking button. I wonder what it does.
A variety of shiny metals. 2 of them with packs of dogs carrying birds in their mouths are marked with the word Reichsjagdgebrauchshundverband. Others appear to be merit badges for the German youth equivalent of the Boy Scouts.
You'd have to file a claim with insurance. And take them to small claims court. Oh. Oh. You have no time to do that right now. That's sucky. Glad you didn't give anything for the sounds, cause which sounds? Yeah. Nice thing is I know someone who owns a shop and he will try to patch it before I have to pay to replace it. I mean, my tires aren't that expensive. Yeah. And then there's also this, there's this cheese.
I'll still give you bits all love.
Wait a minute, it's still like... It's still doing that, what the heck? I thought I clicked save. I don't know if it didn't save. But I appreciate it, Titanic Gamer. I appreciate the bits. I just, yeah, I don't need somebody like spamming. There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. Alright. I must not have clicked save, or maybe it... Yeah. Maybe I clicked save and it didn't save or something. That's happened to me before. Yep. Yep, exactly. Don't make Nate use his sword. Let me save here, because I wanted a mysterious button. I think the button, like I need the lantern, which is back here for...
The glass covering the alcove is marked with the words, "For emergency use only."
For emergency use only. Yes! Uh-oh.
Was ist los? What do you think you're doing? There's no emergency here. Nicht Gebingepucken mit der Lantern.
Well, I guess... Can I get it now? Oh, they fixed it! Wow, he's speedy! Speedy! Oh my gosh! So I have to have an emergency to break the glass and get the lantern. What the heck? What was I supposed to do at 3 a.m.? There was something at 3 a.m. They're not here though. Do I have to hide somewhere? Or maybe I go in here and I can listen through the door. Maybe, I already looked at that.
An old toolbox. A mop and a broom. Don't touch it. Don't
I don't think...
Don't touch.
I don't think I can really do anything in here anymore.
Don't touch. Don't touch. When you push the button, you hear a sliding noise off in the distance, clearly originating outside of this room.
What did I just do? What did I just do, you guys? And I can't save.
Dust comes off on your hand when you touch the desk and the glass containers. Attempting to move the containers, you find that they are welded in place by grime.
Can I hide back here, maybe?
Ground sloths are very slow creatures. Since the sloths in this vat are dead, they're even slower than usual. However, you quickly come to the conclusion that probing around in this vat with a net is a waste of time.
Wait a
Boy, the alcohol fumes sure are strong in here.
Maybe it was this one? Well, this one was where Ernie died. And where we found the dagger, too.
Other than a few stray bits of warthog, there doesn't appear to be anything else in this vat worth getting.
Okay.
The strong fumes are making you dizzy.
The strong fumes
The room feels remarkably well preserved.
are making you dizzy.
Must be all the alcohol.
I wonder if we're gonna die if we, like, keep looking at those. Nate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're feeling, like, bummed about everything. There always will be next year, though. You gotta remember that and look on the bright side. There will be other years. Am I gonna die from the alcohol? That's what I'm curious about.
The strong fumes are making you very dizzy.
I'm gonna fall in, aren't I? Yes! I'm a pickle now. I'm a literal pickle now. Yay. Okay. The answer? Yes. Well, this is weird. I thought, like... Like, I can't listen in? There's gotta be a place... Oh.
Fräulein Ball, this laboratory is dangerous and verboten to the public. You will leave now.
What?
I will not warn you again, Fräulein. Leave this laboratory immediately.
Oh. I'm just gonna keep going in there.
Fräulein Ball, this laboratory...
I'll just go in here. See ya. Oh, there's... Oh! So this is the secret passage that goes between the two offices, maybe? Oh my gosh. You just want to go on a trip?
It's nailed shut. Besides, you have no desire to confront the contents.
There's possibly more than one passage.
Fräulein Ball, this laboratory is dangerous and verboten to the public. You will leave now.
Well, can I break the glass and get the thing now that you're in here? Will he come after me now?
You pick it up.
Ha! Can we light it?
A Rumkov coil lantern with a hand crank on the base.
Can we light it though? Ah! Ha! Sounds like he's calling you Bulla. So Woof's office has a passage into here.
Don't touch it. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't.
Is there something behind this painting to... Ooh, there's a safe.
You see the numbers 0 through 9 on the circular combination dial. It defies you to try entering a combination.
How do I get back there, though?
Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. You'll have to take a closer look.
Wonder where someone would hide a combination?
Carrington's. You don't touch. Phone numbers.
Phone numbers?
T. Dargan, WP 5125. R. Williams, BL 4468.
Didn't I write these down somewhere?
I did it. SH 0244. Be safe. KL 0527. U. Hoser, LI 2077. And yet, KL 4004. E. Leach, BR 1833.
E. Leach. That's Ernie. Be safe. Yeah, wow, I did it. I mean, we can try the be safe one.
Don't touch.
0, 5, 2, 7.
It feels safe. It feels.
Can you open it?
It feels. It's the personal diary of former museum president Sterling Waldorf Carlton. Not wanting to remove evidence from the crime scene, particularly when you must have broken some sort of law by opening the president's personal wall safe, you decide not to remove the diary.
Well, can I at least read it?
It's the personal diary of former museum president Sterling Waldorf Carlton.
I want to read it!
Not wanting. It's the personal...
Use the magnifying glass. Good call. I always forget I have that.
Glancing through the diary and the male handwriting within, it refers to Sterling's growing fear that the Countess only married him for his money, and that she could be planning to kill him. The final entry reads, Yvette fears her too. Glancing through the diary and the male handwriting within, it refers to Sterling's growing fear that the Countess only married him for his money, and that she could be planning to kill him. The final entry reads, Yvette fears her too. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch.
Should we close it?
Feels.
Can we close it?
It feels. Don't touch.
I don't know. Let's see. Uh-oh. What happened here?
That's not the sort of thing you want to examine too close. The desk is in disarray, as if a struggle has occurred here recently. It's a desk chair.
It's been knocked over.
One of those new portable typewriters. At a mere £50, you can take it anywhere. Well, you could if it was useful to you, which it isn't, so forget it. It looks like a shred of clothing fabric. It looks like a piece of fabric torn from Yvette's dress. Possibly in a moment of passion.
Oh!
You don't need it. Leave it here for the police.
But I've taken everything else.
A close look seems to indicate that the red hairs belong to a human.
The red hairs,
Red
huh?
hairs.
Hmm.
Feels like red hair.
Feels like red hair. How does red hair feel
A
exactly?
close look seems to indicate that the red hairs belong to a human. It's on the floor, but it's actually a desk lamp. It's a waste basket full of waste.
Full of waste, huh?
It's a petite woman's shoe.
Why is a shoe on the table?
It's a
On the desk.
The backs of the high heels on this expensive woman's shoe are heavily scuffed.
Oh, they're heavily
The backs of
scuffed.
The backs.
Oh, I'll take that!
You pick it up.
I'll
and
take
place
that!
it in your purse. Since the floor is an odd location for a desk lamp, and since other desk items have been disturbed, you conclude that the lamp was knocked down during some sort of physical activity that took place on the desk. Assorted garbage fills the waste basket. Pencil shavings, torn typing paper, fingernail clippings, carbon paper, an apple core, and an empty bottle of French champagne. Assorted garbage. The chair is made of wood, and it smells like Yvette's perfume.
Ooh.
The typewriter keys hold fingerprints that probably belong to Yvette. The typewriter... It looks...
Alright. We still need to go in that passage, the other passage. Let's go in the other passage. Our lantern needs to be restarted. Okay.
While this...
Did I ever get into the box? Yeah, I did. Ooh.
An inner mummy coffin, which was contained, had ships at her...
So...
A peek into the mummy case.
Okay, so the person... That's probably... Jeez, I don't know. We've got so much... We've got so much...
This door...
I can't open this door, though.
The door is locked. When you touch the doorknob, you get a heavy coating of dust all over the palm of your hand.
Which box were you asking if I got into? Because I know I got into the box with the dead body in it.
The faceplate on the armor is slightly
That's
open,
what you were asking about?
as if
Okay. Yeah, I
something
did
is
get into that one.
protruding from the inside of the dark helm. The faceplate on the armor is slightly open, as if something is protruding from the inside of the dark helm.
Well, yeah. We figured out that already. That he's in here,
It's
but...
Dr. Pippin Carter, famous
Why-
dead archaeologist.
I don't know what we're supposed to do with him, though. Like, I don't understand if there's anything we're supposed to do
Dr.
other than...
Carter's body has been indelicately crammed into the suit of armor. His filmy eyes gaze in...
Okay. If there's nothing I'm supposed to do, I already knew that he was in there. Okay, so there's really nothing here. Okay. I already figured out... What is this?
The subject of this sculpture looks curiously familiar.
And they mentioned that some of the paintings were forgeries?
The sculpture gives off a strong smell of fresh plaster. The odd statue feels like it's made of cheap, quick-drying plaster.
This is new. This was not here before.
Questions are... The While this...
Is there something I can do with that? I don't really see anything that... Other than the magnifying glass, maybe? Or
The
this...
label.
What? What
The
is...
magnifying...
What was that gonna say?
The label reads, guaranteed to ward off poisonous snakes, or your money back.
Blunt force trauma? Like, yeah, maybe I
The
can
direction
smack
to
it.
death...
Maybe I can smack it with the bone like I did. With the bone is just... Yvette is dead, you guys.
Yvette's face doesn't look as good in death as it did in life. Perhaps because her makeup is covered with plaster dust. It appears to be a pair of bifocal glasses.
Can I... Okay, so I probably need to use the...
There appears to be a fingerprint on one of the lenses of the bifocals, although you have no way to identify it. There appears to be... That's not... Definitely red hairs. Probably human. Definitely. Red hairs. Definitely red hairs. Probably human.
So, the only redheaded people in the game are the stevedore and the detective, right?
That's not the sort of thing you want to examine too closely.
What?
Nice weave in the hardened fabric of the dress. The scarf clearly isn't a scarf. It's the silk hosiery Yvette was wearing earlier in the evening. Her neck under the scarf shows red friction burns, as if she was strangled.
She was strangled with her
This
hose?
makes you wonder if she died during a passionate moment or had simply developed the habit of wearing silk hose around her neck.
I think she died...
There is plaster in all of the openings on Yvette's face. Mouth, nostrils, eyes, ears. She has several scratches on her face, as well as cuts on her lips.
What?
There is plaster in... No split ends.
No split ends!
No split...
That's an observation.
There is plaster in all of... The scarf clearly isn't a scarf. Goodness, Laura. There's nothing unusual about Yvette's cleavage.
Sorry,
There
guys.
are a few scratches on Yvette's skin, as if she was in a struggle before she died. There are a few scratches on Yvette's skin. There are a few...
I don't see anything about her armpit specifically.
Nice weave. Upon close inspection, you see nothing new here. That's not... Nice weave. Nice weave. There is plaster in all of the There is no split end. There's
no split ends!
There are
What about if we just look at her?
Yvette's face doesn't look as good in death as it did in life. Yvette's hair, formerly full of bounce and shine, is now lifeless and dull. It could use a thorough washing with a good shampoo to get all the plaster dust out of it. The scarf around Yvette's neck looks suspiciously like the hosiery she was wearing on her legs earlier. There is plaster dust all over Yvette's bare, pale skin. Yvette's dress doesn't look as good as it did earlier in the evening.
What about her cleavage?
There is plaster dust all over Yvette's bare... There is Yvette's cleavage. Yvette's cleavage.
She doesn't want to say
Red
anything.
hair. It appears to be a pair of bifocal... Yvette's hair, formerly full of... Yvette's...
The eye
Yvette's
creepy.
Yvette's face. Yvette's face.
I think we found everything.
It's Yvette's right hand.
Oh, maybe not.
Yvette's right hand is plastered. Yvette's right... Upon closer... It's Yvette's right hand. Don't touch... Don't... You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Hmm.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Destroy evidence. That's what we do. Except not when she doesn't let us.
Looks can be deceiving.
Alright, let's save real quick. Well, another death. We didn't poke her in the eye, actually.
Yvette's face feels stiff from rigor mortis. A bit of plaster dust comes off on your finger when you touch her cold skin. Yvette's formerly soft hair is now stiff as a result of being plastered to her head.
Plastered.
The scarf around Yvette's neck feels silky where it's not covered with plaster.
Okay, you guys know what I have to do.
Yvette's bare, plaster-dusted, dead flesh
You're
feels
aware
stiff and cold.
Of what needs to happen right now.
The fabric of the dress feels stiff from the plaster. Yvette's right hand is stiff and cold.
Oh dear!
Don't touch Yvette's bare. Yvette's left hand is stiff and cold. Yvette's left hand is plastered.
No means no.
It's Yvette's.
Well, sorry.
Her plaster-dusted skin feels stiff and cold.
There's nothing new for touching her cleavage?
The fabric of the dress, Yvette's bare, plaster-dusted, the fabric of the...
There's nothing apparently there, because like I tried everywhere. There's nothing! Anyway. Alright.
A typical light-hearted painting by Anonymous Bosch called A Heartwarming Story, depicting dead humans being tormented by skeletons and demons in hell.
There were a couple of them that felt...
Feels like a painting by Anonymous Bosch, who is known for the distinctive texture of his canvases, among other things.
Why is Weird Al on the painting?
When you touch the painting, you smear a bit of the paint as if it's still damp. Portrait of a young... It's amazing that you can still smell the slight
Anonymous
odor of
Bosch.
oil paint on this canvas, as if it were painted only a week ago.
Because
perhaps the previous owners
was.
took excellent care of the painting to preserve its delicate beauty. Portrait of a young man. When you touch the... At close range, you notice the strong smell of oil paint. Despite the age of the painting, it seems to be in marvelous condition. As
they
if
didn't want to use his name for fear of being sued.
When you...
Only yesterday.
Musings on Cyberspace by John Wentworth, the Flemish master, painted in 1533.
But I can't,
when you touch the painting...
All of these paintings are, like...
Although the paint is old and cracking, the spirit of the artist can still be seen in the bold strokes made by the paintbrush.
I thought that
Cart Before
they
the
said
Horse
that
by Suzette Olive and
when you touch...
Goudoni,
Maybe I need to
1481.
finish... Let it finish talking.
When you touch the painting, you smear a bit of the paint as if it's
yeah,
still damp.
he said that the paint was cracking, though. They said, like... She said...
Although the paint is
old and cracking, but then she smeared some of it.
Can
What?
Still be seen in the bold...
I don't understand this.
Two brothers drinking... When you touch the painting... When you touch... Don't touch the nudes. Don't... You closely inspect the nudes in Michelangelo's paintings, admiring his studies of the human form. These paintings were completed while he was still learning his trade as the apprentice to a great artist you've probably never heard of. You closely inspect the nudes in Michelangelo's paintings,
Laura's
admiring his studies of the human form. You close. Examining the painting carefully, you notice that some of the strong-smelling paint looks smeared. Art is when this makes examining.
I don't know what you can do here, though. Meanwhile, oh god. What's happening? Oh god. Who's dead now?
Countess, why are you tied up on my desk? Your face has certainly changed to an attractive pale color, my dear. You seem a little under the weather. Are you okay? Oh dear, you don't look well at all. O'Reilly! You want
O'Reilly?
Mr. O'Reilly? Okay, just wait right here and I'll go get him. Hello, Miss Bo. Do you know where Mr. O'Reilly is?
Well, no,
No?
not exactly. I assume he's still in the museum.
Well, I'll find him. If you see him first, would you tell him that the Countess is dying
I didn't realize
on
my
the desk
sound
in my
files.
office?
The Countess is
The Countess
dying?
is dying? What's wrong with her?
Well, she's looking rather pale. Been bitten by a snake.
By a snake?
She's been bitten by a snake?
Must you keep repeating everything I
What?
say? In any
Yes.
case, I've got to go now.
Oh, well, fine. Go. I didn't realize it would be louder either, honestly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
While this is
Can we use the snake lasso? Oh! Venom, I ever going to learn? Well. Did I didn't save before I, like, looked all over her? Oh wait, no, apparently I did.
Yvette's face doesn't look as good in death as it did in. There is blood.
Yeah, I must have, because I grabbed all of the things. Alright.
Countess,
Okay, we'll skip through some of this.
you're...
Blah 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 blah. We already saw
Oh,
this.
you...
We gotta go get Detective O'Reilly. Okay, I'll be right back. As slowly as I can possibly be.
Hello, Miss...
Wait, the Countess is dying? What's wrong with her?
Well, she's looking rather pale. Her eyes are glazed, and she's not breathing much. I'd guessed she'd been bitten by a snake.
You're going AFK.
By
Okay.
a snake?
Must
Well, you have a
keep
chance to
repeating
take a shower,
everything I
right?
say? In any case, I've got to go now.
I feel that. Alright, let's save here. By a snake? Alright. Let's see what we see. I think we have what we need to do. We've got the oil. Maybe we need to, like, just use it until the snake is...
That's it. I'm out of oil.
Oh no, we're out of oil. Okay.
While this is
There. Back in your cage. You go.
Oh!
Is she already dead?
It is better to know some of the questions than all of the answers. The Countess is looking rather pale. She seems surprised that she died here on Olympia's desk. It's the bound and dead body of the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton. A little bunch of grapes.
Who liked grapes?
Chilled. You remember something about grapes being found alongside the victims of Jack the Ripper.
There was somebody who liked grapes.
A little... You pick it up. It's the bound and dead body. The scent of
Smelling
the smelling
salts?
salts is overpowering at this close range. Smelling salts. You pick it up.
Can we bring her
While
back?
this is... While...
No.
Her fingernails are clean and unbroken, showing no signs of violence. Her bloodshot eyes are open and staring into infinity. Her lips have a bluish tint. There are no signs of violence on or around her face or head. Her bloodshot eyes are... Her fingernails are clean. There is no sign of blood on the desk, although the surface is a bit scratched.
Scratched surface?
There is no sign... A scientific paper with the title, Social Habits of the Cherrystone Clam. Don't touch... A paper with printed words on it. Looks like an important document. Looks like an important... The first page of a scientific report. A scientific report on the topic of archaeological excavations in Ahwahnee, California. You decide not to read beyond the title, Proceedings of the 20th Annual Conference on Domestids. You decide not to read beyond the title, Proceedings of the 20th Annual Conference on Domestids. It's a thank you note addressed to Dr. Olympia Miklos from Laurie O'Shannon, age 12. Dr. Miklos, thank you for introducing me to the world of bones.
Don't forget to save
Since
after you
I
poke
met
her all
you,
over.
I've
Right.
become a big
Right.
collector of all kinds of bones. I like
I've got to do the
bones.
poking thing.
As you said, bones are our friends. I even have a human skull I named Charlie. Thank you very much. Her bloodshot eyes are... There is no sign of blood on the deck.
What about the being tied up part? Like,
Her fingernails... You detect a trickle of what could prove to be cobra venom. You deem it wise not to touch it when you remember that it's a neurotoxin that causes progressive paralysis leading to respiratory failure. That biology class was useful after all. A cobra fang is embedded in the Countess's swollen ankle. Not a good idea since it's leaking venom.
what about using the pliers?
While this is...
Maybe not.
You detect a trickle of what could prove a cobra fang.
Maybe that's all we have to do is just see it.
Not a good...
We don't have to, like, take it.
You did...
Let's poke her.
Don't touch it. Don't
Poke, 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 poke.
Don't touch.
Don't touch it! Alright, I think we're good here. I think. It's 3:15. Wait, was that 4:15? Oh, I can't save. Why can't I save? Act 5. I'll have to save right at the beginning of Act 5, I guess. Act 5, what is this? Rex takes a bite out of crime? What?
So far, so good. Keep it up.
What the heck?
Looks can be deceiving. Looks. Look. Upon close inspection, you see nothing new here. Silence alone is great. All else is weakness. Alfred de Vigny.
I think we need to run. I couldn't save though. That was so frustrating. I couldn't save. I tried. I tried to save, so now I gotta do this all over again. Oops. Alright, go, Snakey. Snakey Snakoo! Snakey Snakoo! Go over here, Snakey Snakoo! At least I know what I'm doing now, and I don't have to, like, spend a whole bunch of time doing this again. Snakey Snakoo!
That's it.
Okay. Snaky lasso time! Put you in here. There you go. Good Snakoo.
Looks are.
We didn't do this though before we picked them
They
up.
seem to be ordinary table grapes, nice and ripe. They seem a little bunch of grapes. Chilled, you remember something about grapes being found alongside the victims of Jack the Ripper. You pick.
Okay. So I think we just have
The
to.
Countess is. The skin on her hand is as pale as her face. The skin on her hand is as pale as her face, showing minor signs of lividity in the palms.
I don't remember doing that.
It's the dead leg of the Countess.
The dead leg.
It's the bound and dead body. It's the first up there. Looks like an look. It there look a thing.
Okay. And then this, I think.
The set. You pick. You did. No.
Okay.
It's the back. Her fingernail. You decide. There.
I'm just making sure I get
The
everything.
intercom's case has been cracked in its fall to the floor.
Oh, I didn't notice that before.
The intercom has fallen on the floor. Don't touch. Don't. There is no. There. The first page of a sign. Don't touch. Don't touch.
Did we?
Her blood.
I think we did everything here now. Okay. I want to be able to save though. Why can't I save?
So far, so good. Keep it up.
That's what she said before, and I still can't save. Run away! Can I save here? Save. Okay, good. Run away! We're hiding. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do. To hide from this dude. I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, why are we being chased by some guy in a cloak that looks like a Grim Reaper? Like, why is this happening? This doesn't make any sense. She's like running.
The mummy case is sealed shut, as it has remained for over 2,000 years.
Hide in there. Can't you hide in there? What's going on? Why can't I do anything? Can't I do anything? Hello, game. Hello? Game is like frozen. Why is the game frozen? I don't know what's going on. Might have to end game. End game. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Reload. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to happen, you guys. Is he chasing us? Is he even chasing us? Ah!
Looks.
Ah! Keep chasing us, dude. Does he not chase us here? Dude? Hey. You're not gonna keep chasing us? Only gonna chase us? Oh! He's like guarding that door! What? What just happened? Yeah, he's like guarding the door. He's like standing right there. I can see him.
Can be looks aren't everything.
I can see him standing there. Maybe I can run around this thing though and get away from him? Well, that didn't work out. I almost have a feeling he's trying to hide something back here, though. Like... we just have to run around the dinosaur to get past him, but, like... then it just sits here, and I can't do anything, so this is clearly not what I'm supposed to do. So maybe I can, go in here? Can I run out here? Nope! He made me huge! He made me get bigger! Okay, so he doesn't chase me in here. He doesn't chase me in here. There's nothing to do in here either.
A sturdy chair.
Was there a chair there
placed
before?
there by Ernie at the request of one of the museum docents, who wanted a place to sit down while answering questions about the exhibit.
I don't remember a chair being there before.
There's a thick coating of dust. It's the traditional sort of hinged transom that can be opened and closed for ventilation. It seems to have a lot of dust on it, as if it hasn't been used in a long time.
Can we...
While this is... It's the tradition...
Can we... Maybe we have to examine it? I don't know.
There's a thick... There's a... On close ins... On... The door is locked.
Console's ready. Debugger started. Hell. What in the world did I just do? You guys. Exit? Oh, I didn't mean to exit the game. This game is all sorts of weird. And it has it has things in it I don't expect. I just don't understand. What's going on? The stream is cursed. The stream is cursed right now. I'm glad I recognized that this was, like, not there before, though.
The door is locked. It's the traditional sort of hinged transom that can be opened and closed for ventilation. It seems to have a lot of dust on it, as if it hasn't been used in a long time.
Okay.
There's a thick coating of dust on the transom.
Okay.
It's the...
Why? It says type exit to return to the game. When I type exit, it, like, just crashes, though. Why is this happening to me? I just want to open the damn thing. And then I don't know what to do after that, but... Why is this happening? You guys, my game is cursed. I'm saving here. My game is cursed.
It is better to know there's a thick
Can I put something in there?
While this...
I don't know what I would put in there, though.
You hear nothing of interest. You hear... While this... While... What? It's an The door is locked. The door is
I don't know what to do here.
What? Smelling salts. Phew. A nice bunch of grapes. Don't squeeze the grapes.
Don't squeeze the grapes.
Long red hairs. Odd-looking hairs, possibly. Rubbing the charcoal over the notepad has made the imprint readable. Yvette, 8 o'clock, Egyptian rum. Tut, 10:15, Egyptian rum. Carrington, 11 o'clock, his office.
Maybe there's somewhere else you can go, but, like...
It's the traditional...
I can do this.
Don't touch it. The door is...
I don't know.
Don't...
I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
You're in the ancient...
Is this a button?
Now you're just grasping at straws.
Is there a button somewhere? Oh wait, maybe we have to hide behind the thing again?
It's the traditional sort of hinged transom. It's an unmarked wood.
Or maybe we're supposed to... Maybe we're supposed to bar the door? I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do here, though.
An empty kind of makes you... The chest...
My feet are visible?
Seems rather... You don't have time for that. Someone's chasing you.
Except nobody's chasing me anymore.
You don't have time for that now.
Don't have time for that. It seems like I have all the time in the world, though. I don't know.
The door is locked. The door is locked. When you touch the doorknob, you get a heavy coating of dust all over the palm of your hand.
Was there anywhere else I could hide? I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Don't touch.
Trying to find a hiding place.
It's an unmarked The door is... Don't...
Maybe behind
the
here?
The steel feels like it's made of granite.
No. I don't know if I can hide in here.
The mummy case is sealed shut. You don't want to hide in here. You don't want to hide in here. The memory of Pippin's dead body and the blood all over the inside of the case convince you to look elsewhere.
It didn't let me hide in this one before. Oh, Well, now it does. Of course, now it does. I tried that before.
You hear the sound of someone breaking down a door in the next room.
I heard the sound of someone breaking down a door. Someone broke down a door. Oh noes. What
A
is
large
this?
crate is suspended from the crane arm. The thick cable is held in place by large tie-downs on either side of the crane. You pull and pull at the knots, but they just won't come loose. Looks can be deceiving. Looks. A lot. Judging by the plethora of storage crates, you determine that this is a storage room.
A storage room.
Judging by the plethora of... Looks. The store... Judging...
This is a wire cutters. Maybe I can just...
A large crate...
I guess I can't do anything with the wire cutters.
Look. The thick cable is held in place by large tie-downs on either side of the crane. Don't touch it. You pull and pull at the knots, but they just won't come loose.
You pull and pull at the knots, but they just won't come loose. I would think I could just... It's not working. Can I burn them? Or something? Probably not.
A large crate is suspended from the crane arm. Don't touch it. Don't touch. You pull and... A large... Don't touch. Don't touch.
Okay, well I moved it. Now what? I moved it. Now what?
Oh, but there are so many places to put your hand. Where shall it be? Where shall it be? Don't.
Can I use the wire cutters?
If you were to stand under this crate and cut the cable, your body would be crushed and broken under the immense weight.
I tried that! And it wasn't working,
A
so...
large... Don't touch.
I just didn't think I could do it.
A large crate is... The label on the crate says Etruscan lead and iron funerary masks. That crate must be really heavy. The label... That crate... A large...
Can I open it now? Is that
Don't
what I'm
touch it.
supposed to do?
Don't touch. The label on that crate must be... It's the smashed door you came in through. You shudder, thinking all that violence was meant for you.
Am I supposed to leave now?
Judging by... Oh, but... The label that crate must be really heavy. A large...
I can't open it though.
Don't touch.
I don't think I can open it, unless maybe I need the... Just
While
smash
this
it with
is
a
an
bone?
interesting approach, it serves no practical purpose.
Is there any other way out of there? Is this a door? Oh, I guess this is a door. Oh my gosh, now I'm in Phantasmagoria, you guys. Now I'm in Phantasmagoria. I love how she like
Old
bounced.
greasy rags and crumpled newspapers littered the floor of the elevator. There really isn't time to play with the trash. Perhaps you can come back later to satisfy that urge.
But I really...
Old grease... The floor... Old... The floor...
I really want to play with the trash.
You detect traces of paint, scuff marks, lots of dust, and the occasional hair. You decide that some things are better off not being magnified. The rags are greasy and dirty. The newspaper scraps are greasy and dirty. In fact, the whole floor is greasy and dirty. You detect traces of paint, scuff marks, lots of dust,
Oh,
and the
yeah, I
occasional
hope it won't
hair.
end as
You
badly
decide that
as
some things are better off not
Phantasmagoria.
being magnified.
I just feel like I'm in Phantasmagoria, you guys. I feel like that's where I'm at.
It's the lid to the mummy case of the pharaoh Mackenzitep.
Mackenzitep?
It's a mummy from the Ptolemaic period around 330 BC whose name was Pu. His
Pooh?
wrappings seem to be in fair condition,
As in
but
Winnie
exposure
the?
to the air is starting to make them crumble.
Pooh.
It's the mummy case of I think I saw Puditut IV, a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. He was known for his strange affinity for cats. A worshipper of Bastet, the cat goddess, he had so many cats at the time of his death that it took his servants 3 days to find his body amongst the hairballs. It's the mummy case of the pharaoh Rat-Hotep, who ruled in the 14th dynasty. This is a rare piece because most evidence of Rat-Hotep's rule was destroyed after his death. Rat-Hotep tried to introduce the worship of the
This is
rodent
nuts.
goddess Munchausen. This proved to be unpopular, and he was eventually judged a heretic. This is the sarcophagus of Ames I, a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Ames was known for his love of hunting wild geese. This led to his nickname, the Mighty Goose King of the Upper Nile. It's the mummy case of Snivel-en-Hotep, the whining one.
Snivel-en-Hotep.
A ruler in the 15th dynasty,
whining one.
Snivel-en-Hotep drove several slaves to suicide with his constant wheedling. He was mummified with a large onion in his mouth so his car would be silent in the afterlife.
Oh my gosh.
It's the mummy case of Sebek-Ra, a pharaoh of the 13th dynasty. Sebek-Ra was a fanatical follower of Sekhmet, the ferocious lion goddess. So deep was his devotion that he slaughtered his entire entourage for her. After that, he just couldn't get good servants. It's the mummy case of Raksplat II, who ruled in the
Raksplat.
17th dynasty.
The
Poor
names of
Raksplat
these-
was a terrible public speaker. He mumbled so badly that he was almost never understood. Famous quotes attributed to him include, "My fish dances in the parking lot," and "My spleen is long and yellow."
It's a good
It
quote.
is the mummy case of Amenophis III, who ruled in the 18th dynasty. Amenophis was known as the Shy One, since he had a terrible fear of crowds and rarely appeared in public. He finally created a wooden replica of himself to hold court in his place.
I love how she's like, I don't
He
have
earned
time
a
to play with the
reputation
trash,
of
but I
being
do
a
have
very
time to
severe
like talk
judge,
about all of these
since
mummy
his
cases and the
advisors frequently
sarcophaguses.
interpreted his silences to mean death by crocodile. The lid won't open. Don't touch it. Don't touch. You pick it up and
What did I
place
just-
it in your purse.
What did I just get? I just picked up a mummy.
It's a mummy from the Ptolemaic period, whose name was Pu.
I put poo in my purse. I put a mummy. I not only picked up a mummy, but I put it in my purse.
The mummy's wrappings seem to be in fair condition, but exposure to the air is starting to make them crumble. Don't touch. The hieroglyphs on the
I don't
mummy
know.
case identify the occupant as Pu, a high government official who died in 330 BC.
I know. I want a purse that can hold a
Painted
mummy.
at a time when mummy cases were viewed as being less important, the artwork looks like it was done quickly, with little care for detail or quality, as if the artist assumed it was going to be buried and no one would ever see it again anyway. Little did the artist realize that his work would be dug up 2,000 years later and placed in a museum. Now it's in storage because the artwork showing Pu in candid poses with Thoth and Osiris is considered amateurish. Clearly, the artist should have
Why
taken
is
the
she
time to paint it
keep
right
talking?
in the first place,
Why
rather
does
than
she
being
keep talking?
embarrassed for the rest of eternity.
I don't care.
That's not the sort of thing you want to examine too closely.
Get in there.
Don't touch.
Okay, don't get in there. Put the mummy back.
While
Okay, don't put the mummy back. I don't know what to do with this.
Don't touch. Don't touch. It's a mummified teddy bear.
It's
One
Pooh!
of his black button eyes appears to watch you as you move around the room. Don't touch.
He's got a teddy bear.
It's a mummified. It's a. There is a cartouche on the teddy bear mummy's wrappings, identifying the cute little creature as Pooh too.
Pooh too?
There is a. It's a. It's. It. Don't touch. Don't.
I want to
don't-
take Pooh.
That's not. That's. The lid will. Don't touch. Don't touch. You straighten out your dress. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. You straight. It's the
Can I put the mummy...
While
Can I give the mummy to Pooh? Hey Pooh!
while this
Pooh and Pooh too! This is...
it's a mummified
I don't
teddy
even
bear.
know!
One of his black button eyes appears to watch you as you move around the room. There is a cartouche on. There is a. It's Don't touch.
I don't...
There was.
Can we talk to the teddy bear?
Question. There is a. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't. Upon close inspection, you see nothing new here.
I don't know what I'm supposed to
It's
do
the
though.
famous quotes. It's the mummy case of Rakshplat. Don't. The king's cartouche includes many depictions of twisted tongues. The designs on the mummy case are predominantly images of cats and bowls of sacred twine. Upon close inspection, you see Ami's the First's mummy case is quite beautiful. It has little golden geese all over it.
Aww.
A prayer to the rat goddess has been thoughtfully translated and posted on the mummy case. O holy rat, O rat that bites, we are thy slaves both days and nights. We love thy teeth so orange and long. We bring thee seeds, we sing thy song. Strange, the funeral portrait on the mummy case somewhat resembles Ziggy.
Ziggy?
Strange, the scenes on Sebek-Ra's case are too horrifying to examine closely. The king's cartouche includes little depictions of the pharaoh hiding behind trees, bushes, and walls cover the mummy case. It's the mummy case of... Don't touch.
Can we go in there?
The elevator shaft is dark and cold.
Do we need the lantern?
You don't touch it. The room...
I don't know. I feel like there's something we had to do with this teddy bear. We have to cut the bear?
That would get...
What?
That would get you nowhere.
We have to cut, like...
It's a mummy... Don't...
I don't see anything here that's useful in any way, though. The dagger, maybe?
It's a mummified teddy bear.
And
One of his black button eyes appears to watch you as you...
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, though.
It's your... There was silent question. The hieroglyph painted at a time, little clearly the artist... It's the wall of the mummy's storage room. The hieroglyphs on the mummy case identify the occupant as Pooh. Painted
we already
little
looked at that,
clearly.
though.
Don't touch. The lid won't open.
The lid won't open. Do we need to pry it open? Maybe we need to bang on it?
It's the lid.
The lid won't open. Why wouldn't the lid open?
That's not... While this is...
Do we need to maybe examine the
The
mummy?
mummy's wrappings seem to be in fair condition, but exposure to the air is starting to make them crumble. It's a mummy from the Ptolemaic period, whose name was Pooh. These are... While this... A mag... You admire the wood pulp. The smelling salts are...
Wait a minute. Can we use the
While
smelling
this-
salts on the
while
mummy?
while
Wake
this-
up, mummy! Wake up!
While this...
I feel like we gotta do something with that teddy bear, but I don't know what.
It's the mummy of I think I saw Puritat IV, a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Don't touch... It's the... That's not upon closing. That's not... Strange. The funeral portrait on the mummy case somewhat resembles Ziggy. It's the mummy case of Rakshplat the famous. It is the...
Can we maybe, like, come back here and I don't realize that I can get someplace that I don't know? No.
Don't touch it. The lid won't open. Don't touch.
I don't know what we need to do with this mummy, though. What?
It's a mummy from the Ptolemaic period around... Don't touch... Don't...
I guess
Don't
we were
touch-
supposed to
don't
put
touch-
it by the door?
Don't... Don't touch...
Are we supposed to hide
The
in
lid
there?
won't... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't... The hieroglyph... Paint... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't touch... Don't... 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 Don't...
Why
Don't...
can't I
don't-
take the Pooh Bear? I just don't understand why I can't take Pooh.
There is a cartouche on the... There is a... It's clear that the mummy wrappings are in a very fragile condition. While this...
Do we... What do we do?
While
They're in a
this
very
is-
fragile condition. Do we cut them?
while the...
I'm not sure
While the...
what we do here.
While... It's a mummy from the Ptolemaic period around 330 B. It's the mummy case of Rack famous. Don't touch. Don't touch. The lid. Don't. While the... It's a mummy from the Ptolemaic period around 330 BC whose name was Pooh. His wrappings seem to be in fair condition, but exposure to the air is starting to make them crumble.
So he's falling apart. There's got to be some other direction. I didn't see it. I haven't seen anything else that I can go towards.
That would get... It's the lid to the mummy. The lid won't open.
It won't open.
The lid. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. You don't touch it. The room feels like any other room that's filled with the bodies of people and animals that have been dead for hundreds of years.
Is the lid locked? That's a good question. I don't know.
It
It doesn't look like it.
The
It just
lid
says it
won't
won't
open.
open. It says it won't open. Like, I thought maybe I could oil it, but then I realized I probably don't have any oil. I can't, like, use the lantern. Maybe the grapes? I don't know. Maybe the wire cutters? Maybe the dagger? Like, I tried to pry it open.
It's the lid to the mummy case of the pharaoh Mackenzitep.
Mackenzitep. The lid won't open.
Upon close inspection, you see nothing new here.
There's nothing new to find
That's upon
with this lid that won't open.
That's
I can't, like...
the hieroglyphs on the mummy case identify the...
I can't, like,
Don't
push
touch-
this
don't-
anywhere.
don't-
Or examine
Upon close
it.
inspection, you see nothing new here. Upon
There's nothing new there. I'm wondering if I'm, like, missing something that I need. That I, like, now I can't finish the game. Or something stupid like that.
It's the mummy case of... Oh, it's the mummy case of I think I saw a putty at the foot. A word? It's the wall of the mummy's storage room.
Can I open the wall?
Don't touch it. Don't touch. Upon close, that's... You don't touch. don't,
I don't know.
don't tap, don't tap, don't tap, don't tap, don't.
I don't see anything new here.
It's the mummy case of the fair rat. Don't tap,
And I can't
don't,
open these.
Don't tap, don't tap, don't. The lid won't
That
open.
lid won't open. Am I missing
That's
something
not
like
this-
in
That's upon,
like some
upon-
pixel?
upon- that's upon. It's the lid to the mummy case of the Pharaoh Mackenzie Tep. It's the lid. It's the. It's the.
I don't know what I'm missing here.
It's the mummy case. A worshipper of.
Unless there's something I can do with this teddy bear that I'm just not figuring out.
While the.
Can I
It is better to know some of.
can I ask him questions?
Well-timed silence. Silence alone. It is better to.
Nope. This is a tempting place to look up a hint. What was it called? The Universal, the UHS, the Universal Hint System or whatever? Let me see if I can find a specific hint for this, this room. Do 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 do. Help, I'm being chased. Get killed. I'm not being killed anywhere. My hints are I get killed right away. I'm being killed in the armory, which I'm not. I'm being killed in the storage room, which I'm not. I'm being killed in the secret mummy room, which I'm not. Okay, so the hint was close the door, jam the door with the movable mummy. Maybe you should use that snake lasso again? Or what?
While
Can I use it with the bear?
the snake shifts.
What?
Just a little, and you hear a click.
What the heck was that? That's ridiculous. Okay, that's just ridiculous.
It's the mummy case of the fair. You hear ominous chanting as you encounter a strange ceremony.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me, I was looking for the
Rah rah, sis
women's
moomba.
lounge.
You're coming with us, young lady.
I think you're making a mistake.
You've seen too much. We can't let you go.
Not to worry. I won't remember seeing this room, or you, or anything. Really. I've got a terrible memory. Can't even remember my own name half the time.
I'm sorry you found us. Our cult of Amon Ra must remain a secret. There is too much at stake here. Too many important people are involved.
Cult of Amon Ra. In the museum basement.
This room is a forgotten part of the original museum. We are safe here, as long as no outsiders are aware of our existence.
Oh, well, my lips are sealed. If you want to dance and sing and have little meetings down here, that's your business.
You cannot be trusted, Miss Bow. You're a newspaper reporter. We could be a featured article on page 1 of tomorrow's newspaper if we let you go.
This game took a turn. I don't even know.
People are going to miss me. They'll search the museum.
The police will never find this room or your body.
You don't really plan to kill me, do you?
Of course not.
What a relief.
Kill is such an ugly word. Actually, we're going to sacrifice you to
Figured
Amon
that.
Ra.
Can we talk about this?
There is nothing to discuss. You should be proud to die in such an honorable fashion. Young Egyptian maidens used to fight for the privilege of being sacrificed to the great Amon Ra.
Now, wait a minute. I thought the ancient Egyptians didn't make human sacrifices.
You're familiar with the history of ancient Egypt, Miss Bow?
Well, I've learned a few things.
Perhaps we could test you.
Do I have any other options?
We can test you or sacrifice you. It's your choice.
I'm liking this idea more and more. What kind of a test is it?
Oh God.
Amon Ra may choose to intervene on your behalf. It is our tradition that we must let you live if you can answer Amon Ra's riddle.
Oh no.
Great.
Of course, you'll have to answer the riddle with hieroglyphics.
I was afraid it would be something like that. Okay. What's the riddle?
Actually, it's a two-part riddle. What is the room you leave without entering?
I can't. What is the room you leave without it? This is something that they asked before, right? Like this was in the thing before. What's the room you leave without entering? What's the room you enter without leaving? It's the room you leave without entering? Why is this such a challenge? Why is this like... Hey, Uncle Vacuum! I'm not sure what this is, what the answer for this is. It's the room you enter, or sorry, what's the room you leave without entering? I have all of the hieroglyphics. But, like, the answers to the riddles. The room you leave without entering. I've been trying to think about this for a while. Is it, like, outdoors? Like... What room do you leave but never enter, and what room do you enter but never leave? It's an easy puzzle. You think you know, Uncle Vacuum? So if you enter but never leave, you leave without ever entering. I'm afraid to try stuff because I can't save. I can't save. What? Sterling WC Diary. Why is that there? Why is that there? Why is that just in the middle of this book? So if I look at Universal Hint System again, unless you guys wanna give me a hint, what's the room you leave without entering? And I'm guessing the second part is the room you enter without leaving. What are the answers to the riddles? Did you crack the hieroglyphics in Olympia's office? Yes. Including the second page? Yes. There's a general hint there. I don't remember what that said. Let me see if I can find the... I remember cracking it, but I didn't write it down. Let me see if I can find somebody else that's cracked it. So I can just reread it again. It says there's a walkthrough here. Maybe I can find in the walkthrough. Let's try to... There it is. I pay homage to thee, ye lords of eternity. Ra strong is thy sail in the wind, is the lake of fire. I remember translating this. Lake of fire in the underworld. Behold Shu, the mother, creating the gods in silence from womb. Quicker than greyhounds and fleeter than light. Let me not be burnt. Let me not be consumed. Let me not perish as my mummy lies prostrate in my tomb. womb and tomb? I'm not missing them. They're all here. The room you leave without entering? Yeah. Oops.
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, the second riddle. What is the room you enter without leaving?
So that must be tomb.
Very impressive.
Okay.
You are the first person who ever answered that riddle correctly. The wise Amon Ra apparently
Especially when
wants
he
us
has
to
the
spare
baby.
your life. Will you swear to
What?
keep our location a secret?
Of course.
Then you may leave. May the great Amon Ra guide your footsteps.
Thank you.
It was
Now
a hint.
I just
Oh.
have to outrun the person who's been chasing me.
Who is chasing you? Do you think they'll find their way in here?
I'm not sure who it is, but I believe it's the same person who stole the Dagger of Amon Ra from its display case. And I'm sure they'll find their way in here.
If that is true, they will not leave this room alive. I suggest you leave through our secret escape route behind the altar. Go now, and remember your promise.
Oh, man. Okay, let's save again. Escape! Route! There's a body over here.
There's an unconscious man in the coal bin. Although the coal has dirtied his face and hair, it looks suspiciously like Steve.
It does.
Steve, being the large, unconscious type stevedore he is immovable in his current unconscious state, and he's got coal all over his body.
Maybe we can make him... Can we examine him more closely?
It appears to be a tall Caucasian male with smallish pores and good muscle tone.
She is just... She's got it bad for the stevedore, man.
A large, heavy-duty shovel rests by the coal bin. It's too heavy. Steve being the large... The stone resists your best efforts to move it.
What? What did it say?
The stone resists your best efforts to move it. This may be too big a job for one person to handle.
Indiana Jones raids tombs and a baby's from the womb. Would have been a better clue if you'd said you love Lara Croft even more after she had a baby. Lara Croft, the tomb raider.
Pipes run vertically up the side of the furnace. Their precise utility is unclear. A shovel, probably used for the coal or the furnace ashes, sits by the door.
Can I grab that one?
This isn't a good shovel to use. Try the other one.
Try the other one.
It's too heavy. You
It's too...
don't have room for it in your purse.
I don't
It's
want...
not yours. You can't do anything with the shovel. You have more important things to do than use the shovel. Besides, the shovel is rusted into place.
The shovel is rusted into place.
Steve being the large... It's slippery, dark, filthy, and too steeply angled for anybody to climb up inside. You have more press...
Ah! Well, that was unexpected.
The grate covering the drain is firmly bolted in place. Fortunately, there's nothing in the drain you require, and it's far too narrow for a human to enter. There's an unconscious man in the coal bin. Although the coal has dirtied his face and hair, it looks suspiciously like Steve.
Can we use the smelling salts
While
to bring him back? Doesn't
the
look like it.
there's an unconscious Steve being the large.
Okay, we can't. I don't think we can do anything.
It appears to be a tall Caucasian. The work boot is size 12 triple E. A smelly old work boot. You pick it up and place it in your purse. There's an unconscious.
Can we put it back on his foot?
While
I know, I have a lot of things in my purse. We put a big work boot in our purse with a snake lasso and a lantern and a dagger. We have a lot in our purse.
a large. It's too heavy. It's too. A slender. It's probably.
Wait,
The stone.
what was this again?
A large, circular, ornately carved stone is hung on the wall here. It seems to be attached to upper and lower tracks which run for several feet across the wall.
So, do I just have to go in this door?
This door is locked, and you don't have the proper key.
Are you sure I don't have the proper key? I mean, I've got a key.
While the faded paint on the door says maintenance only. Cool air occasionally blows through the gap between the door and the door frame. This door, it would be. Acting purely out of self-preservation, the animated on-screen character refuses to touch the hot surface of the furnace.
Maybe you should take the coal off his face?
Steve being the large
Oh! Well, I tried to do that! Like, I tried
There's
to
an unconscious. There's an.
do stuff like that.
You get no.
I guess now I can use the smelling salts? There we go.
It's Steve, the handsome young man who's been flirting with you all evening, until he vanished mysteriously several hours ago. Steve appears to be in great pain. It is better to know some of the questions than all of the answers. James Thurber.
Hey, N64, how are you?
Steve appears to be in great.
Do we need to give him his boot back? We can't.
There was. It is.
Can't talk to him? What's going on, Steve?
It appears to be a tall Caucasian mate. Steve appears to be in great.
He appears to be in great pain. Wake up, Steve. I'm doing well. I'm trying to figure out why he,
There's a large pile of bituminous coal in the coal bin.
why
used
he's in
to
great
keep the
pain.
furnace stoked. The musty scent of the coal reminds you of the cellar in your father's house, where you used to play while your father worked on his pet projects. But you digress. Don't touch it.
Do we have to examine, maybe?
It's jet black and covered with coal dust. You see nothing out of the ordinary, although you don't really have time to stop
Did
and
Dorian
examine
die?
each chunk
I don't
individually.
think so. I think he just said he's in great
It
pain.
appears to be a tall Caucasian male with smallish pores and good muscle tone. It appears... Don't touch it. Don't touch
Don't
it.
touch it.
questions are...
Don't touch it. I woke him up with the smelling salt before.
While this...
It doesn't look like that can work a second time, though. And I thought maybe it, like, it was his foot that hurt? Did he fall and hit his head on the shovel? I don't think so.
It's too heavy. You don't have... Don't touch...
I don't think that's what happened. I think he got up, he started jumping up and down and went, ow! And then he, like, laid down.
Don't touch it. While
Do we have to maybe examine the boot? Maybe there's something in his boot? Das
the
Boot!
work boot is size 12 triple E. A smelly old work boot.
Does he like grapes? Was he the guy that likes grapes?
While
I don't know.
A large, heavy-duty shovel rests by the coal bin. This isn't a good shovel to use. Try the other one. It's too heavy. You don't have room for it in your purse. It's not yours. You can't do anything with the shovel. You have more important things to do than use the shovel. And besides, the shovel is rusted into place.
We can't do anything with the shovel. You don't know if I can progress? Did I get, like, frozen?
It's slippery.
Am I unable to move, to go forward?
The stone resists...
There's nothing I can do? Hold on. Let's go back to Universal Health... Universal Health System? Universal Hint System. Let's go back and take a look at what it says. I don't think I've ever used this site so much. Does it help in being chased again? I'm not really being chased again. Uncover Steve in the coal. Give him the smelling salts to wake him up. Put Steve's boot on him before he walks. Oh! Oh my gosh. Alright, so I have to restore. I'm like screwed. Damn, this game is brutal.
Oh, my head. What happened? Laura?
Yes, Steve. I was so worried about you. Are you all right?
I think so. I remember hearing somebody coming up behind me, and as I turned around, somebody slugged me. Cripes, my head hurts.
They must have dumped you down the coal chute. Let me see where you were hit.
I'm alright, Don't touch it.
Honestly, you men can be such crybabies. Do you think you can walk? We have to get out of here. Somebody's been murdering everybody in this museum, and whoever it is after me.
I can make it. I'm with you. Where do we go?
Good question.
Good question. Okay. Dorian is up. We did it. Yeah, his voice actor is a really good voice actor. He's King Graham in the King's Quest games. He's really good. So I don't know what you're talking about, Uncle Vacuum. Of course, thereafter you look like you sell square burgers.
I'd love to talk, Laura, but I think this would be a bad time to carry on a long conversation.
You weren't saying it was bad?
I'd
Okay.
love to. Let's concentrate on getting out of here, Laura. It's a little late to start asking questions.
You just weren't expecting the deep voice?
You recognize this as the coal chute. On delivery days, the coal is unloaded around the back of the museum and directly into the chute, where it falls into a pile beside the furnace.
Maybe we can...
It's slippery, dark,
crawl up
filthy,
there?
and too steeply angled for anybody to climb up inside.
Are we sure about that?
Through the magnifying glass, you see little in the coal chute but dirt and dust.
Maybe the stevedore can help me with this? Oh, there we go.
That's not the... With a
Let's light this. Does that help? Oh no, it's like snakes! We've got a snake lasso though!
You quickly reconsider this panic-induced response when you realize that there are far too many snakes to round them all up with your snake lasso.
We gotta get out of here! Do we have... What about the snake oil? Your dying thought is venom. I ever gonna learn? Okay. Okay. So we've got snakes to contend with. Alright, Snake! Ooh. Okay. Let's light this ahead of time.
While this...
What does this say?
How strange. Hieroglyphs are carved into the wall. You get the feeling that this is not just another air shaft. If your herpetology doesn't fail you, you're pretty sure these are king cobras.
Can we... What did that do? Did that do nothing? Did that literally do nothing? It's supposed to be snake repellent. And it did nothing? Wait, what does that say?
How straight,
Oops.
The hieroglyphs are deeply carved into the stone.
Get out of here! You can't get out? Like, I don't know... What does that say? Alright, let me see if I can figure out what that says. I'll do this real quick, then I'll save, so I don't have to keep doing this. I'll just save over that one. The foot, the bird. It says bay. Bay. I'm just reading this again. B-A-Y. Or B-U-Y, maybe. By. By. Ha! They just ate Steve. By. There's an S. I don't see the. What does that say? It's day. Sincerely day. By. I think it's S-I-E. What is that? S-I-E-R. I wish I could say, like, pause it just so I could read this damn the hieroglyphics. By S-I-E, I think that's an R. R. It's like an A. I need to write this down, I think. I'm not sure which bird that is. Let me look at my book.
It's your...
Might be the U bird. The A bird has the long beak. The R doesn't have the... Yeah, I don't see, unless it's this one, the Z? Or the G. The G is like a ring. Okay. Okay, I just had to refresh my memory. Let me write these down. So is it a long beak? Because the leg... No, it's not a long beak. So it's B-U-Y. S-I... S-I-E... It looks like an R. I feel like this has a hint in it somewhere. Are those both R's? R? Does that say by Sierra? Oh my gosh. What? What? I got trolled by the game. Hi, Citric! Citric! How are you? I'm super excited that you have a TwitchCon badge, so we get to see each other again. I think that says... Too much acid. It says something about by Sierra Games, maybe. I wish you could just pause it here. Oh, wait, maybe you can. Is that... It's like a... It's like a crowny thing inside a box? There's another R. O. I'm not sure what that is. Then there's another A. This is... There's an arm. There's the arm, that's C. But yeah, this is definitely a troll. This is definitely a troll from the game. I don't... I can't believe the game did that. Have I ever been to San Diego? I have. I have. It's a great place. Do I have to get closer to the snakes, maybe? Do I have to get closer to them before I throw the snake repellent on them? I don't know. I'm running out of ideas, you guys. But the hieroglyphics are definitely trolly. Have you ever been to San Diego, Citric? It's a really nice city if you haven't. You're gonna love it. The only time I ever went there was with my my little boy and my I was actually pregnant with my 1-year-old, and we went, like, I went on a business trip with my husband, and my little boy and I, we went to the San Diego Zoo, and we went to Legoland, and we just kind of like hung out together. And then, like, when my husband was done working, because like we would take him to work, then we'd go do stuff, then we'd come back and get him, and then we go out to dinner as a family, and it was like, it was a super nice trip, actually. But I was like I was really pregnant. I was like 7 months pregnant or something like that. Or maybe it was only 6 months pregnant. Spent a few hours there when I was on a cruise, and it was one of the ports. It's a really nice place. We went on a cruise together, like a tiny little dinner cruise, where they put you on like a tinier boat, but it's still kind of a big boat. Like, there's a lot of people on it, and you eat dinner and you dance, and like, and just, it's like a 3 or 4 hour cruise. I think it was like from about 7 p.m. to like 11 or something like that. It was a nice nighttime dinner cruise. It's pretty. It's pretty there. And it's always like 70 degrees. What are we supposed to do? Maybe the Ankh?
While
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I keep getting eaten by the snakes, you guys. I'm being killed in the furnace room tunnel. What do I do now? We already got some light. Read the clever hieroglyphics on the wall. What? Not much help. No, there wasn't much help there. I already did that. It's saying to sprinkle the snake oil on the snakes. You have a trip planned to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? It's a great place. It is, I love that place. Did we just not do the thing right? Are we just not doing that right? Because I did that. I did that. Universal Hint System says to do this, and I did that, and it's not working. I think I screwed this up. I don't think I have enough snake oil. I ran out of snake oil. Now what? Like, am I just screwed? Am I unable to finish this game now?
This door is...
You've never been to Universal Studios? Some must-dos. Oh my gosh, there are so many. There's so many, Citric. I've been there so many times. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. I think if you really like Harry Potter, the first thing you probably should do, because the lines can get really long, is do the wand shop. There's, depending on where you go, if you're going to the Islands of Adventure or to Universal Studios, it's in a different place. But the wand shop's show is really, really cool, and there's a chance that you might get picked to participate in the show, which is kind of neat. So we've actually, like, we've been there like 2 or 3 times with the kids. I think we've only been there twice with the kids, now that I think about it. But both times that we took the kids, one of our kids got picked to do the show. I think it's because they just saw our family and went, wow, they have a lot of kids. Maybe if we pick them, they'll buy, like, all of their kids' wands. I don't know. Well, the first time it actually worked, if that was their plan, but the second time it didn't. We're like, yeah, we've been here, done this, you know? So, they picked, basically the 2 girls. They picked Lilu the first year that we went, and then they picked Eowyn the second year that we took them. So there were two of the 3 of our girls have all had their wands picked. So I highly recommend the wand show, though, if you as a first thing you do when you get there, because the lines can get quite long. I'm trying to remember if there's any other... the food in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is really good. And it's actually pretty reasonable for park food. And I'm trying to think...
Acting purely out of self-preservation, the animated on-screen character refuses to touch the hot surface of the furnace.
You're not taking the kids, this is your romantic getaway. Well, even so, I mean, they might actually pick you anyway. They have picked adults before, so there's a chance that you might still get that picked anyway. I've been to a couple shows where adults were chosen, so it's a chance, but it's still a really cool show to see, especially if you want to buy a wand anyway. If you're gonna get yourself a wand anyway, you know, it's kind of cool to actually, like, because if you do get chosen, you can buy that wand, which that wand is like all dusty and it's like it's been sitting on the shelf just for you. It's like all special. So I would highly recommend that. Trying to think what else. There are some really good food places, not just in the Harry Potter place, but one of our other favorite places was Mythos. If you ever get to Mythos, I think that's in the regular park, the regular Universal Studios. They have really good food at Mythos. And it's one of those, like, I think you, in certain times of the year, you almost have to have a reservation to eat there, but it's really good food. Like, it's very worth it. What else? I'll think of some more things. You're going next week. I'll try to hit you up off stream. We'll talk Universal, because it's one of my favorite places. I go there. My husband and I have been there together by ourselves a couple times, and then, yeah. You're a little salty about the wand prices. You'll probably end up getting one. They are. They're fun. We have a couple of them. Depending on which ones you get. Some of them are interactive, some of them aren't. But yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. My bot is promoting my singing queue, which I don't even have open right now. Or I do have it open, but I'm not singing, so... Why, bot? Why are you promoting my singing queue? There. Okay. It's not gonna do that anymore. I think I screwed this game up, you guys. I don't think I can finish now. Let me look at my old restore games, because I think I'm screwed. The bot says it's time to sing! It does. It says that there's like there's stuff I have to get here. Snakes are in VAT 3?
VAT 3.
Okay.
Poking around among the mass of dead snakes in this vat seems very similar to stirring spaghetti in a pot of water, except for the smell.
Oh,
Boy, the alcohol fumes sure are strong in here.
I thought I could get...
The room feels...
I thought I could get some more snake oil.
Dust. The liquid in the container feels oily. You also note that the container is too heavy for you to move.
Oh, wait! Oh, wait! Okay, restore, maybe it's this one? I don't know how to get down to the basement. I feel like I'm screwed. I feel like... 'Cause I can't... With this, I have to use all the snake oil. This is so weird. Did I screw it up, Uncle Vacuum? I'm just not gonna look. I'm not gonna look at her. Just gonna ignore her. I'm gonna go down the basement.
Worried that there might be snakes hiding in this desk, you sprinkle a little snake oil around just to make sure it's safe.
What?
It seems to work, since no snakes jump out and attack you.
That's not what I wanted to do.
The container is empty. A full bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
Okay. So we've got the snake oil. That's literally just what I did, Uncle Vacuum. But I couldn't do that where I was. Oh, this sucks because I gotta redo all of this. And I feel like I have to get this cheese too. You were typing while I was doing it. I need to get that cheese, I think, but I don't know how. How do I get the cheese? I do need the cheese. But when I take the cheese, the thing shoots me. And if I wire cut the thing, it like electrocutes me.
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea after all. World War I campaign medals. Although the don't touch.
Can I just use the snake lasso? The snake lasso comes in so handy.
You pick it up and place
Yes!
it in your purse.
Yes!
It's a Thompson submachine gun, also known as a Tommy gun.
As I was typing. Well, it wasn't the bone. I didn't use the bone. Well, I got it. Alright. 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 Now we get to do this all over again. Alright.
Oh!
It's the back. A little. It's the. You did. A cup. No.
I'm just. Oh.
You pick. A sign. That's. It's a. You decide. A little. You pick. Don't.
I'm just trying to do this quickly. We did this already. I think this is good enough. Okay. Again. And we can't save here. Okay. Holy pixel hunting, indeed, Booze. Indeed. Welcome. Welcome to the pixel hunting nightmare.
So far, so good. Keep it up.
Run! Run away! Run away! What the heck? This didn't happen before. Oh no! I thought I could...
Oh, looks.
Oh, I'm so tired of this.
It's
Click, 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 click,
don't-
click, click,
don't-
click, 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 click. I know!
It's
That didn't happen before, though.
the center. You pick. Don't. They see a little. You pick. You did. No, don't.
I'm just... I've already done this. I don't want to spend a
You
whole
did-
bunch of time doing this again.
It's her thing. Look.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we can save in that other room, though. So... let's save after we run the first... in the first room.
So far, so good. Keep it up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, run. 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 Save. I'm just gonna save. Actually, I'm gonna save into a new one. Because it would suck to have to go back. Okay. Run. Again. Did we go in here? I don't remember. No, we didn't. It was supposed to be in here. What the heck? That never happened before. That didn't happen the last time. Like, I went in here, and then went back here. Oh my gosh! What is going on? Why can't I do what I did before? This game is really starting to frustrate me, and I wanted to play it. I wanted to play this damn thing. What is going on? Why does it do this? Like, this literally did not happen before. Like, maybe I gotta do this whole thing like I did this with them before. Like, I ran him around in circles. I love that. But I went in here and I don't get killed in here.
The corpse is where...
Like, I have time to look at this body while I'm here. But what the heck? She just stands there too. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I know I'm supposed to go like here and then back here. But it's not even letting me. It's not even letting me go there anymore. Do I just, maybe do I have to slow down the game speed? I don't know. Let's just turn the speed of the game way down. Run, Forrest, run! Does this give me time to react? Oh my god. Oh my god! Apparently the speed of the game was turned up too high. And now I unfortunately have to suffer through watching her run like a snail. Hurry! Run!
You hear the sound of someone breaking down a door in the next room.
Run, Forrest! Run! Okay. Save again. Game speed is killing me. Like, literally. Let's turn the game speed up to like half. Maybe that's a happy medium. Okay, we did this already, so this shouldn't be...
While this is...
There we go. Whew. So, yeah, we did this already. At least, at the very least. Save again. Almost back to where we were. We're getting there.
You pick it up and place it in your
I love how we
purse.
can put a mummy in our purse. Like, that's my favorite thing about this game so far. Okay. Snake lasso. The snake thing.
The snake shifts just a little, and you hear a click.
Okay. I can't believe like that
Don't touch.
that would have taken me forever to figure it out if I didn't have the universal hint system to help.
You hear ominous chanting as you encounter a strange sound.
Okay. Sis boom ba ra.
Oh my.
Okay, let's skip through this as fast as we can.
You're
Blah 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 blah. Wait, if you would like to see this dialogue, it happened earlier. I'm just trying to skip through it to get back to where we were as fast as possible. Okay. The first answer was womb.
That's correct.
And the second one. There we go.
Very impressive.
Of course.
Who, if
Alright. Alright, save! Back to the stevedore! Alright, so we gotta get his boot.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Okay, we did that. Now we've gotta get the coal off of his face. And then we gotta use the smelling salts. And then we gotta give him the boot back before he stands up.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
they
I'm-
are good.
This is the music.
Okay. Now we gotta open this up. Then we gotta turn on the lantern. And then we save our game and we're right back to where we were. Oh my gosh. Except now we have more snake oil and the cheese. Back to where we were. Finally. Okay. Okay. Hey, that worked. And there's
You hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
uh-oh.
sounds like someone's chasing us, Laura.
Uh-oh. Cheese. Eats the cheese, little
the rats devour the
ratties.
cheese in a split second. It only made them hungrier.
Uh-oh. Well, that was dumb. We did that wrong! That was pretty, that was pretty gruesome. Alright. Alright, so obviously that's not the right answer. Maybe we have to distract them with the cheese? Maybe we have to throw the cheese somewhere else. I don't know. Go away, Snakeu. Go away. Go away, Snakeu. Okay. This game. Maybe we throw it. What is that? Well, now I didn't want to just walk into the rats. I didn't want to walk into the rats. That was dumb. Okay, snake oil. Okay, can we save it here after the snakes go away? Of course not. Of course not. No save point available. We probably can't save it here either.
You hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
Sounds like someone's chasing us, Laura.
Alright, so maybe we just throw the cheese out the window. Is that a window? Well, that clearly worked. The rats are leaving.
You watch in relief as the last of the rats scurries out of sight.
Where are we going now?
Steve has a lump on his head. His rumpled tuxedo has black smudges on it, and he's looking rather tired. However, his eyes still sparkle when he looks at you.
Don't touch me right now, Laura. I'm bruised all over. Let's move on before something else tries to devour us. Can't we discuss that later, Laura?
I don't know where we're going. Oh my gosh! Okay, that's weird. We just climbed out of the T-Rex. What? That just happened. Why are you in my way, Steve?
It's you. This...
Steve! Seriously? Why? Oh my gosh. Why doesn't he move? Well, that worked. That worked. Make him talk. Make the T-Rex talk. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Who is it? Who is this dude that's been chasing us? Hey, Rosa! How are you? Finally done with that. Oh my god, that was painful. The coroner's inquest.
With a
Tired?
little more effort, you'll be the best investigative reporter Tulane ever graduated.
I don't know what that means.
Thank you for coming to this inquest, Miss Bow. As the coroner on this case, I'm going to informally question you and study the evidence you've collected. If you assist me in developing a case,
this must be the end.
perpetrators will be tried in a formal court of law. We're primarily concerned with the museum murders, but we're also interested in the theft of the Dagger of Amon and other matters that may have a bearing on this case. My examination
I'm glad
of the
to be
corpses
close
has
to
been
done with
fruitful,
this game,
but I
Rosa.
need more evidence to build a case. Any information you can give us would help, but you must justify your conclusions with the evidence you've acquired. False accusations and unsupported conclusions will not be tolerated. Although I don't wish to pressure you, your employer is also here to judge your performance on this investigation. Since this is an
This is
informal
gonna be
proceeding,
great.
I've allowed it on the basis that your newspaper will cooperate with our wishes. Now, to the questions.
To
Who
the
murdered
questions.
Dr. Pippin Carter?
Who murdered Dr. Pippin Carter? I'm pretty sure it was, oh shit. Tut Smith? Match a motive. He was angry about the dagger, like, I guess it's kind of revenge? Had a bad day. Yeah, I know, I love that one. It was kind of revenge.
Who murdered Lawrence Ziggy Ziegfeld?
Ziggy was, Ziggy was a vet. She beheaded him. It might not have been Yvette, though, now that I think about it. I'm gonna go with fear.
Who murdered Ernie Leach?
I know I'm getting this completely wrong. Ernie Leach was drowned. Ernie Leach was drowned in... I'm gonna take a guess that it was the detective. Out of jealousy. Because of Yvette.
Who murdered Yvette Delacroix?
Yvette was probably also the detective? Red hair was in her hand. That was
Who
jealousy.
murdered Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton?
Jeez, I'm not sure I'm getting any of these right, honestly. The Countess was probably Miklos. I mean, that was kind of almost obvious. Thrill?
Who was the skeleton found in the steamer trunk?
The skeleton found in the steamer trunk. Who was the skeleton in the steamer trunk? Oh, shit. I think that was Watney? Oh, wait, no! That was one of the other people. That was Dr. Carrington, I think. But, like, But it's confusing to me because Dr. Carrington's body was still in the office.
Who murdered Dr. Archibald Carrington?
I am getting this completely wrong. There's so many! There are so many murders!
Who impersonated Dr. Archibald Carrington?
Who impersonated him? Watney?
Who murdered Watney Little?
I think I got that wrong. I think I got... They want a lot of info, yeah. Mental deficiency.
Who actually stole the Dagger of Amon-Ra from the Ancient Egypt exhibit?
Who actually stole it?
Who was the woman involved in stealing paintings from the Old Masters Gallery? Based on what we now know, your assumption is correct, Miss Bow. Good work.
What?
Who was the man involved in stealing paintings from the Old Masters Gallery?
Oh crap. I got one of them right! I got one thing right! The count... So the guy that was involved with the paintings... Was it Dorian?
Based on our own investigation, your conclusion is incorrect, Miss Bow. Two of the men who were murdered were involved with one of the female victims in a plan to steal the paintings. We have a report on that woman telling us she appeared at an appointment in the medieval armor exhibit sometime after the party. She was unaware that her partner in crime was dead at that point, and she was seen carrying paintings. If she'd been confronted at that time with evidence that her partner was dead, she might well have confessed to her crime. Who is the high priest of the Amon-Ra sun worshippers?
The high priest? Olympia?
That accusation is false, Miss Bow. However, the high priest's identity is a carefully guarded secret, so your failure to identify him is nothing to be ashamed about. He was present at the museum party, but was rarely seen
the high
afterwards.
priest!
One witness
I thought...
said he was spotted briefly
No, it was Ramses.
in the office of Yvette Delacroix. Which museum employee runs
Ramses.
a fencing operation as a sideline business?
Fencing operation? I think that's Ernie.
That assumption is correct. Mr. Leach was moonlighting with his own business as a fence installer. In fact, he put up a very nice fence around my house. Miss Bow, please remember in the future that you're a reporter, not a detective. By interfering at crime scenes, you make it much more difficult for the police to do their jobs. Not only are your conclusions based on unfounded guesswork, you don't even have any evidence to back them up. By your presence at the murder scenes and your destruction of evidence, I'm tempted to conclude that you were the murderer. You neglected to thoroughly question all the suspects, and you missed important evidence at the crime scenes. Although you discovered the Dagger of Amon-Ra, you have not arrived at conclusions about the theft that make any sense to me. I believe the theft involved two people, one of whom must have been on the museum staff. Because of you, a murderer is running loose in this city, free to kill again. I hope you're proud of yourself, Mr.
Laura Boatbuckle's investigation dagger still missing.
Since his skeleton was so nicely cleaned by the domestic beetles, Dr. Carrington's bones will soon be hanging on display in the Leyendecker Museum. Yvette Delacroix died plastered. Her remarkably lifelike statue now lives on in the Old Masters Gallery of the Leyendecker Museum. Her memory lives on in the minds of all she touched. Her sculpture is attributed to artist unknown. Dr. Pippin Carter, wherever he is quite displeased. You did not recover the dagger of Amon-Ra, nor did you find his murderer. Therefore, Pippin feels it is only fair that he should haunt you for the rest of your life. Indirectly, as a result of your total failure, Wolf Heimlich was fired from his job as chief of security at the Leyendecker Museum. 1 year later, still out of work, he committed suicide in military fashion by falling on his sword. Having died in the course of this story, Watney Little's life of crime came to an abrupt end. As he was not a nice man, nobody missed him.
Oh!
After Wolf Heimlich was fired from his job as chief of security, Dr. Olympia
That was
Miklos
Watney
moved
Little.
to Montana to do full-time field research in paleontology,
And the real
digging
Archibald
in the rich
Carrington
fossil bed
was
she
dead.
found there. Her greatest find was the carnivorous Olympiasaurus dinosaur. As fond as he was of the Leyendecker, Ernie Leach noted in his will that he wanted his body donated to the museum. His body now resides in numerous small jars of alcohol, which will be placed on display in the new Hall of Internal Biology, adjacent to the Hall of Late Mammals. Since the dagger of Amon-Ra was not recovered, Dr. Patasha
But it was!
Tut Smith was forced to commit suicide with a fake dagger of Amon-Ra from the Leyendecker Museum gift shop. After losing his head in the museum, Ziggy found himself unable to continue his criminal career. His head has been preserved and is now on display in the life mask exhibit at the Leyendecker Museum.
They just leave it there.
Ramses Najir continued his successful career as an accountant and as head of the secret Egyptian cult of Amon-Ra. With his
So
strong
much
high
suicide,
society
yeah.
ties, his accounting business made Ramses a millionaire in 15 years. Having died from a snake bite, the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carleton did not live long enough to inherit any money from her last husband, Sterling. Extremely unimpressed by your total failure as a reporter, Sam Augustini fired you. Later that same year, he was mugged with a gift shop duplicate of the dagger of Amon-Ra and died from his wounds. He blames you for his death. Since you were fired after your total failure at the museum, Crodfuller T. Rhubarb continued the investigation, found the dagger of Amon-Ra and the murderer, and won a Pulitzer Prize for his excellent work. Henri Lamour, the coroner, continued his successful career studying dead bodies for the next 50 years, finally retiring in 1976 to tour with a rock band, the Ungrateful Dead. Low Fat continued in the laundry business, eventually opening a chain of low-fat Chinese laundries across the country and becoming a millionaire in the process. Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly continued in his job and became a full-time homicide detective. Having amassed a small fortune by being frugal, he retired to Ireland 3 years later. Steve Dorian was quite upset by the unfortunate event that happened to you later that night. Stunned by your total failure and the unfortunate event that occurred to you later that evening, John Bowes spent his remaining years in a New Orleans mental institution. After you gave it away, the dagger of Amon-Ra vanished. 20 years later, in 1946, it mysteriously appeared on the doorstep of the Cairo Museum in Egypt.
And it's
There
also
was human
hilarious.
blood on a blade, as if it was some kind of a message.
Your fault, you
You
gave
had
it
your
away.
chance and you blew it, Laura Bow. This is what happens to interfering reporters.
Well, I got murdered. I got murdered. I don't think that could have been a worse ending if I had tried to make it worse. You guys, that's the end of the game. Oh.
I want to marry an archaeologist and keep his artifacts warm. I
my god, that gun is so huge! What the Oh my gosh, you guys. I really don't think I could have botched that game more if I had tried to. Pippin! Oh my gosh. At least it has a sense of humor. So, now that I've played it, I'm curious. So I'm looking at the universal hint system for this. So what, there's more to this game? Yes, just having survived to the end is not enough. In most adventures at this point, you can just relax and watch a closing sequence. Here you are grilled in what you learned during the story, and the outcome depends on the quality of your answers. What evidence should I have collected? The notebook, the lantern, the water glass, the woman's shoe, the smelling salts, Carter's notebook, which is legible, the red hair, the dinosaur bone, the bifocals, the animal hair, the snake lasso, the wire cutters, the garter, the belt. I don't know if I got the... Oh, the garter belt. That's the one thing. The Ankh medallion, the dagger of Amon Ra, the skeleton key, the magnifying glass, the snake oil, the gold watch, the police file, and the carbon paper. I had all of those things. I had them all. I got all of the evidence. Just give me all the answers, okay? That's the next thing in the universal hint system. So, like, okay. Who murdered Pippin Carter? Wow, so they just give you the answers. They don't tell you where to find them or anything, they just tell you. So, do you guys want to see what the real ending is? And what the, like, cause I don't know how you would have figured all of this stuff out. I'm really not sure, but like, the universal hint system has all of the answers in it. And I don't know how I even find out that these things are the way they are. I mean, I must have had to overhear conversations that I had no idea. But it's not more than one murder, apparently. It's one murderer. It's just one murderer. The whole way through. Like, I got some things right. I did. Okay. Well... This is crazy. Like, I don't know how I would have ever figured out any of this out. I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you've never played it before and you want to actually go through and try to figure it out yourself. But I don't know how you would have figured this out. Now that I've played through it all, I have no idea how I would have figured any of this out. There must be a lot that I had to have missed. There's a lot that I had to have, like, not been present for, like conversations I would have had to overhear or whatever. But I kind of want to see what the good ending looks like. And I don't really want to have to figure it all out on my own. Alright. Alright, so... Alright, I'm gonna play one more time. If you guys don't want to see, like, the actual good ending, or who killed who, because I'm just gonna go through the universal hint system and answer it the way they say to answer it. Like, a lot of the stuff I actually knew. Well, not a lot of the stuff, but I knew, like, a lot of the later stuff. Like, I knew the high priest, I just didn't... I thought they said priestess, and so I thought it had to be a girl, and I was like, okay. So... Okay. Okay. So there's one murderer. Just a single murderer for the whole
With a little
thing.
more effort, you'll be the best investigative reporter Tulane ever graduated.
Thank you for coming to this. We're primarily, although I don't wish to pressure you, who murdered Dr. Pippin Carter?
Okay.
Who murdered Lawrence Ziggy Ziegfeld? Who murdered Amy Leach? Who murdered Yvette Delacroix?
Would have had to have been, again.
Who murdered Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carleton?
Countess. The Countess. Ah! Clicked on the wrong thing. There we go.
Who was the skeleton found in the steamer trunk?
And that was, Archibald.
Who murdered Dr.
Carrington.
Archibald Carrington? Who impersonated Dr. Archibald Carrington? Who murdered Watney Little?
I'm getting that right? I think I got that right. Who murdered Watney Little? That's not in here! Whose skeleton was found in the steamer trunk. It's Dr. Archibald Carrington. Who murdered Carrington was Watney Little. I mean, Who murdered Watney Little? I'm guessing it was the detective. That's not in here, though. I don't know this one. It's not in here either. Which is kind of surprising. It was financial gain again?
Who actually stole the Dagger of Amon-Ra from the Ancient Egypt exhibit? Who manipulated Watney Little into stealing the Dagger of Amon-Ra? Who was the woman involved in stealing paintings from the Old Master's gallery? Forged paintings for the Countess and sold the real ones for her.
The middleman. That was Ziggy.
Based on what we now know, your assumption is correct, Miss Bow. Good work. Who is the high priest of the Amon-Ra sun worshippers?
That's Ramses.
That's correct, Miss Bow. You're very observant. Which museum employee runs a fencing operation as a sideline business?
That was Ernie.
That assumption is correct. Mr. Leach was moonlighting with his own business as a fence installer.
Okay.
In fact, he put up a very nice fence around my house.
I have one final piece of evidence to present, Mr. Coroner. I have an eyewitness who would only feel safe to come forth if I established my case against Mr. O'Reilly. Now that I've done so, let me introduce Dr. Patar Shep Tut Smith of the Cairo Museum.
Mr. Smith's testimony is safe with us.
Many thanks. I was in the Egyptian ceremonial room, underneath the museum, when Detective O'Reilly killed 2 of my fellow sun worshippers. I saw with my own eyes how he gunned them down without mercy when they tried to stop him from chasing Miss Bow. However, we only managed to slow him down. His hood, that son of a camel, should not be allowed to run free upon the sands. My dead fellows expect their revenge.
I'm not qualified to give my opinion on this. Will help your dead friends sleep peacefully. Thank you for coming forth. Not only have you identified the murderers of those Amon-Ra, our case is very strong now, and I'm sure that a commendation of valor from the police department is in order.
Very different when you actually...
It's all that lousy reporter's fault. Thinks she can... Well, she's got another thing coming. You'll pay for this. If it's the last thing I ever do.
Okay, then.
Thank you for waiting, Laura.
I didn't mind.
Would you mind...
Oh boy.
Oh. Steve.
Do you like it?
Stolen the dagger.
For you at the museum gift shop.
Of course.
I thought you might like a moment.
I'm so embarrassed.
Laura?
Yes?
Coming Saturday?
Well, I'm not sure if I don't know if I should really... Yes. Yes, I'd be delighted to join you for dinner.
Thank you, Laura. You've made me very happy.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Laura.
Oh, Laura.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Steve. Oh, Laura.
Since his skeleton was so nicely cleaned by the domestic beetles, Dr. Carrington's bones will soon be hanging on display in the Leyendecker Museum. Yvette Delacroix died plastered. Her remarkably lifelike statue now lives on in the Old Masters Gallery of the Leyendecker Museum. Her memory lives on in the minds of all she touched. Her sculpture is attributed to Ryan O'Reilly, 1926. Pleased by your success at finding his dagger of Amon Ra and his murderer, Dr. Pippin Carter now rests in peace.
That's so different.
Pippin Carter's body was transported to Egypt
decides
by
to
his
haunt you
cousin
forever.
and now occupies a place of archaeological honor in the Temple of Amon
Oh
Ra
my gosh,
in the Valley
this
of the
game.
Kings. Due to your success at recovering the dagger of Amon Ra and finding the murderer, Wolf Heimlich continued as chief of security at the Leyendecker Museum. 2 months later, he was married to Dr. Olympia Miklos. 2 years after they were married, Wolf and Olympia had a child they named Morgana Wolf Heimlich. Having died in the course of this story, Watney Little's life of crime came to an abrupt end. As he was not a nice man, nobody missed him. Due to your success at recovering the dagger of Amon Ra and finding the murderer, Dr. Olympia Miklos married Wolf Heimlich, who continued as chief of security at the Leyendecker Museum. 2 years after they were married, Wolf and Olympia had a child they named Morgana Wolf Heimlich.
That was repeated, apparently.
As
They
fond as
felt
he
the need
was
to
of the
say that
Leyendecker,
twice.
Ernie Leach noted in his will that he wanted his body donated to the museum. His body now resides in numerous small jars of alcohol, which will be placed on display in the new Hall of Internal Biology, adjacent to the Hall of Late Mammals. Dr. Patasheptut Tut Smith finally gave up on getting the dagger of Amon Ra returned to Egypt. However, once it completed its US and European museum tours, it was returned to the Cairo Museum anyway. So, several years later, Tut died a happy man, even though his death was the result of an Egyptian cobra bite. After losing his head in the museum, Ziggy found himself unable to continue his criminal career. His head has been preserved and is now on display in the Life Mask exhibit at the Leyendecker Museum. Ramses Najir continued his successful career as an accountant and as head of the secret Egyptian cult of Amon Ra. With his strong high society ties, his accounting business made Ramses a millionaire in 15 years. Having died from a snake bite, the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton did not live long enough to inherit any money from her last husband, Sterling. Thoroughly impressed by your success as a reporter, your editor, Sam Augustini, nominated you for a Pulitzer Prize and was present when you received your citation of valor from the police department. Sam retired 10 years later to become a gentleman cabbage farmer, fulfilling a secret lifelong dream. Pleased at your success, Crodfuller T. Rhubarb was happy to become your assistant at the New York Daily Register News-Tribune. Henri Lamour, the coroner, continued his successful career studying dead bodies for the next 50 years, finally retiring in 1976 to tour with a rock band, the Ungrateful Dead. Low Fat continued in the laundry business, eventually opening a chain of low-fat Chinese laundries across the country and becoming a millionaire in the process. Former Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly was sentenced to 60 years in a state penitentiary. Having been a cop, O'Reilly found it hard to make friends in prison. After your successful completion of the museum assignment, you started dating Steve Dorian. Thrilled with your success, John Bow spent the rest of his life telling people what a wonderful daughter you were and how he had taught you everything you knew about criminology. After your recovery of the Dagger of Amon Ra, it went back on display at the Leyendecker Museum. The large amount of press coverage drew many patrons to the museum to see the dagger. After 2 years on display at the Leyendecker, the Dagger exhibit continued on a tour of museums in the United States, Europe, and finally found its way back to the Cairo Museum in Egypt.
Well, so that's the good ending, apparently. I wonder if there's only 2 endings to this game. If it's just like, oh, what? She still dies? archaeologist. Did she still die? I mean, that's a huge gun. That gun is like 5 of his head. Like. I want to marry an archaeologist.
Mommy would love him and Daddy too. We'd be famous and well-to-do. Oh, I want to marry an archaeologist. Then I could book it too. Wahoo! I could book it too. Oh, we'd play peekaboo.
So I wonder what happens at the end, like, instead of getting killed. I'm guessing you don't die in this one, even though like it showed you dying. It shows maybe she pulls out the gun. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This game was so frustrating though. And I'm okay with cheating on it because to get the good ending, because I'm not even sure how you would have figured that all out. Like reading it, I don't understand how you figure it out. And there are so many puzzles in this that are just like, are you kidding me? Like the snake lasso on that sarcophagus, like I was supposed to figure that out? That thing, oh, the chase with the making me slow the game down in order to get it to work, that was frustrating too. I think I was ignoring this one and it was originally going through the first time, the credits, because I don't remember her with the big sword, or the axe, I mean. What do you guys think? I love how she knocks that over and she's like, oops. I don't know what game I'm gonna be playing next for Retro Fridays. I might go back to a game I've already played before, just as a relaxing, like, this was frustrating and I need a game that I'm familiar with. Next. Like, maybe I'll do Sam and Max Hit the Road, or maybe... I did not realize Laura Bow and Yvette Delacroix were the same person, the same voice actor. And Heimlich, Carter, and Ziggy were all the same person? Interesting. Josh Mandel did a lot of voices in this. The Archaeologist song. Written specifically for this game. Miscellaneous people. Screams and moans. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was it. There's no actual, like, ending, apparently. Well, that was fun. That was fun, you guys. I'm glad that I'm pretty glad to be done with that game, honestly. That was more frustrating than I would have expected. We'll be back next. Actually, I don't think we'll be back next Friday, but we'll be back the Friday after that, I believe. Next Friday, I should be on call, but looks like the 5th. I will probably be back with some retro. I'll probably be playing something that I'm familiar with. Something like maybe Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, or we'll play Loom, maybe, or Police Quest 2, or I don't know. Sam & Max Hit the Road. Sam & Max Hit the Road would be good, because that game I know really, really well. So I'd love to play that for you guys. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out which retro game I know to play next. Just as a... Oh my gosh, this game was so hard. This game was so hard. I can't believe I tried to play this. I can't believe I tried to play this when I was a kid. Like... It was so hard, you guys. Anyway, we're gonna raid somebody. We're gonna get that going and figure out who to raid. And take a look at who we've got available. I was thinking about maybe doing some sings for a bit too, but not tonight. Like, yeah. There's a lot of sing streams going on right now, though. Wow, lots and lots of sing streams. A couple good retro streamers on right now too. In general, I like to find games, or I like to find streams to raid of people playing games that are similar to the ones I just ended with. So, for instance, like retro is a really good category right now. But I don't really have a whole lot of people on my list that are playing retro right now. So I may raid somebody I've never raided before in some other category. I'm just checking it out. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nate is streaming. I can totally raid Nate. I don't think I've raided Nate in a very, very long time. He's playing a newish game, huh? This is not a retro stream that I'm raiding, but I don't really have a lot of people that I see that are playing retro. The only one I really see is a game I'm not familiar with. Retro game I'm completely unfamiliar with, and I don't really want to send you guys over to a game that I've literally never seen before, and it looks kind of like just a fighting game. So I think I'm going to send you over to Nate. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. We're gonna play it by ear. We might be doing a multi-Stardew stream tomorrow, but if we do, it'll be late at night. So get your raid messages ready, and we will go ahead and raid Nate Thank you guys so much for watching. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Sunday for Sings. And tomorrow will be a play it by ear, sort of. Let's find out if we do or not. Anyway, I'll see you guys all Sunday or tomorrow if we do that. Bye. Thank you for coming.